Hey, what's up, my soldiers? It's WildBlueYonder. So since I have a long road trip ahead of me, I'm going to be doing at least just one video, also like a video of my documentation, like just going there, going to St. Louis, and just my journey and my road trip. But I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of Minot Air Force Base. So me leaving after being there for 15 July, August, September, October, what was that, 16? I was there for about 16 months. That's long enough for you to have some type of opinion about the place. What I've realized is that a lot of people in the Air Force, like when they start talking about Minot, they always say it sucks, it's cold, it's bad, don't ever go there, don't ever put it on your dream sheet. Those people have never been to Minot. If you ask those people, well, what was it like when you were there? They'll just shut up and look at you and they'll be like, oh, I never really went there, but that's what I heard. Exactly, that's what you heard. What was it like when you were there? You were never there, so be quiet about it. It's like, how do you have an opinion on something when you don't even know what it's like? So I'm going to give you all my opinions, pros and cons. Here we go. Also, I'm driving, so I'm going to be looking at the road and not this camera right here, but I'm just going to be talking to you guys about this. Also, the road is like really bumpy right now, so if the camera's shaking, I'm sorry. I'm going to start off with the cons. Cons, it's cold as HE double hockey sticks. It's windy, and I think that's the kicker, is that it gets cold. It'll get down to like -30 ambient air temperature, and then you add on all the wind, and then the wind takes it down another 20 or 30 degrees. Most of the cons have something to do with the weather. At wintertime, definitely. Like during the winter, you can't drive at all because it's icy. They hardly plow the streets on base. They just basically, they plow the top layer of the new snow, and then they dump a layer of dirt on top of it so you can have some traction. But they don't actually put down salt. Like if you're from a big city in the north, then you know that they put down salt so that the salt can melt the snow. On base, they don't put down salt, they just put down dirt, and it kind of just sucks. Another con, you're in the middle of nowhere. So this is a pretty good example. I'm still in North Dakota right now. This is basically like your general scenery. Yep, just flat lands with like a couple dead trees and some power cords. That's pretty much the only thing above 10 feet. If you're looking for a lot of nature, we have a lot of nature. We have a lot of hunting and stuff, which I'll get to in the pros. But for the most part, there's no hiking, there's no mountains, there's no anything of like real good like geography, like scenery. Another con of Minot is that you're in the middle of nowhere. So the closest city is Bismarck, North Dakota, which is an hour south. And the closest major city is, I believe, 6 hours north in Canada, which is called Winnipeg. Winnipeg is all right. I never went. I never really had the desire to go. But if you're under 21, you can drink in Canada. So that's pretty cool. Another con is that things don't really work like logistically as they should. A lot of the people who came into my shop and people I've talked to from other shops, from other bases, like when they come to Minot, they realize that Minot doesn't work the same way other bases are supposed to. They say how we do things kind of backwards, how things just don't make sense, how leadership is always doing things like the wrong way. I didn't really have anything to reference that from, so I just listened to them and I was like, okay, well, that's how you feel. But I don't really know if that's true or not, or how off that might be, because that was my first base, so I don't have anything to compare it to. I mean, it's not really that boring. It's kind of boring if you're used to like a really big city, but there's it's like just enough to keep you busy, just enough to keep you busy on the weekends. I suggest finding a hobby or something that you can do, something that you can learn, go to school, keep yourself busy. All right, now we're going into the pros. I must admit that the weather up here during the summertime is actually pretty nice. Your average day will be about 75, 85 degrees. Sometimes it gets up to the 90s. It never rains. It'll rain like 30 days out of the year up here. That brings me to nature. You have so many things you can hunt and kill and eat if you like to do that. If you want to fish, you can fish. You don't even need to go to a rifle club. You can just go out in the middle of a field somewhere and just shoot. I don't think that's illegal, but you can do it. In fact, I just passed a sign that says protect what's right, hunting, fishing, and something else, I don't remember. Another bonus is that there's just enough to do. You have the mall, you have a hockey rink, you have food, you can go to restaurants, you can go to the mall, I think I just said that, the movies. The base organizations like the chapel, the church, they're constantly coming up with different things you can do. I actually know from example that the church on base, they will constantly send out emails of offers of trips. So what they'll do is they'll say, hey, if 20 people can sign up for this ski trip or whatever, then we'll go skiing. All expenses paid, the ski is paid for, the food is paid for, hotel room, bus, transportation, all that is paid for. All you gotta do is sign up. These are things that happen in the Air Force a lot. We had, last year we went to a Minnesota Vikings game, we drove out, everything was paid for, we came back the next day. Had a lot of fun. So they try to get you motivated, they try to get you out of the dorms, they try to get you to go out and experience new things. Another pro about Minot is that the community is really nice. You know, people are really nice. All the mom and pop stores, they have military discounts. The mall, military discounts. You go in, you tell people that they're in the military and they accept you, and like they're like, hey, what's up, come on in. Oh, are you in the military? 20% off, enjoy your meal, see you next time. It's awesome. Like, they really do care about their people in Minot. Another pro about Minot, now this is something that you're going to get at any Air Force base, because every Air Force base treats their people like people. We don't treat our people like grunts, or like, you know, you're just a piece of crap somewhere, so you're going to sleep on a cot next to 50 other grown-ass men, and you're going to eat some slop. Some guys, you know, they don't mind. I know a lot of people don't mind, but it's great to be treated very well and have a great quality of life. People are going to tell you about the quality of life all the time. And at Minot, that is especially prevalent because we have all the facilities. A lot of places are getting renovated. Our club just got renovated. Our chow hall just got renovated. Our gym got renovated and repainted. So things are coming together. It actually looks pretty nice on base. The commissary is nice, always full. The shelves are full, low prices. And I have no reason to lie to you all. Like, I actually did like it at Minot. It's not the best base, I don't think. I think the weather could be nicer. I think that some places can be updated. You know, there are things to complain about, but I'm not a complacent person. I'm going to take what I have and make the best of it, and that's what you got to do. It's a decent base. If people tell you like it's awful or whatever, they're not lying to you, but that might be how they have taken it. That might be their experience. But my recommendation is just to not listen to any of those people. You might want to listen to only the people who have been there and just take it, whatever they say, with a grain of salt. And when you get there, that's when you decide. That's when you make your decision and you say, okay, I like this place or I don't. That's all I got to say, really, though. I don't really have anything else to say about Minot. It was nice while I was there. I love my shop. Everybody there was nice. I just had a really good time, and I'm glad that was my first base. I'm glad I got Minot out of the way. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm in Alaska now, and I'm going to make a quick addition to this video. Basically, I just wanted to talk about the aircraft that I worked on. I worked on the B-52 bomber. So this is like a really old jet. It was built in like the earliest one. The newest ones were built in 1961. So it's like, okay, these are kind of old. You know, when you go inside of them, like there's a main entry hatch on the bottom. You go in, it's like dark. It's kind of like the first time being in there, I was kind of scared. It was like, this is a death trap. I don't know how people fly in this thing. But over time, I got more comfortable with it. And I really started to like the aircraft, especially it being my first aircraft. So I wanted to talk about this because this is only 2 of the bases in the Air Force where you can work on a B-52. And if you are a maintainer or you're coming to Minot, then you probably want to know a little bit about the system. Well, I mean, everything is old. I mean, it's not old. I mean, things have been replaced and things have been updated. But the simple mechanics of the aircraft are very basic, very rudimentary, just wires all over the place. It's a lot of, the ejection seats on the system are ballistic. Okay, well, how do I explain this? So there's different types of explosives. I work with explosives on the ejection seats. Yes, the B-52 has ejection seats. And the newer models, they activate with electrical impulses. And so it's very high tech and like 100% survival rate. The B-52 has like a 60% survival rate, maybe like a 65, and that's because it's using a lot older technology. And so that's just how it is. Very simple. It's extremely simple. Like, you look at it and it's like, okay, wrenches, screwdrivers, that's pretty much all you need, and like a pry bar. And the newer models and the newer systems, F-15s, 22s, 35s, they all require different tools and a lot more, just more complicated, like, you know, tasks and inspections and things like that. All the inspections and applying power, very simple. Just plug it in, turn on the generator, and you're good to go. So a lot of other things with the B-52 I didn't mind. I actually liked them a lot. Very dirty. It's a very dirty aircraft. So your uniform is going to get all messed up. But yeah, the workload wasn't bad. We have these things called phases. So phases is every 400 flight hours, we'll pull the jet into the hangar and we'll basically rip it apart. We'll take off almost anything that can be removed, including the seats. We'll take the seats out, the hatches out. We'll pull them into our shop. Other shops will take off, you know, panels and stuff. They'll pull them into their shops, and we analyze everything. We look at it, we clean it up, and we put it back together. Anything that's broken, we fix it. Anything that needs to be inspected, we inspect, so on and so forth. And we send it on its way. And that's that's like the main thing that we do. That's like, you know, simple maintenance. We do this about maybe like twice a month. So it's probably about 24 phases every year. It should be less than that, but I mean, we keep up with the aircraft. So, and that's pretty much all we do. So if you want to come to Minot for egress, you know, ask me some questions or send me a message and I can let you know. If you have any other questions about Minot, hit me up in the comment box below. I'll see you guys next time. I'm back. Look out for some more videos on my trip to Alaska. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.